Do you think that that's like an innocuous task, having children?
No, I didn't say that. I'm just saying, like, you said, like, a girl going out. So if a girl is going on work, then also people gonna look at her, you know?
Yeah, so I wouldn't look for that.
You want a girl to be just sitting, like, being a housewife, or a girl being, like, out working?
No, housewife. Yeah.
Housewife.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Well, I know it's weird because you're looking at it through the prism of a woman. You're looking at it as a woman who wants a man to be working. Whereas when we look at women, it doesn't really matter to us. If you're not...
And what if she wanna work?
If she wants to work, she can, absolutely.
But then they're gonna be same problem, the insecurities and everything. Like,
what do you mean insecurities?
That's what you said. She's gonna go out and a lot of people gonna see her and same insecurities.
Oh look, I'm not talking about seeing you from day to day. I'm talking about being a celebrity. That would be just a headache. I wouldn't want that.
If she is beautiful, I think then also it's got problem at the work too. If she is beautiful.
Well, look, ideally,
she can take man from anywhere.
Ideally, what you'd like is a woman who just works part-time but then focuses on the kids. But if she's got something she's passionate about, that's a good thing. You want them to have hobbies and to be interesting and have lots of interests. But you don't necessarily want them to be working 9 to 5 and going every day to work, because then it neglects the children, and the children have to go to childcare.
So you want like a part-time job for her, and that's okay for you, right?
A part-time job would be okay, but ideally not.
So it really is a turn-off if a woman like wants like a tedious job, like a time-consuming job, or a job where she's in the spotlight.
Why would she want that?
Why would you want that?
What do you mean?
She has a right to, like, she can.
I know she's I know she's got a right to, but why would you want that though? If your husband earns enough money for you to not have to go to work, why would you want to go to work if your husband says you don't have to work?
Well, for me, I want to pursue a career in something that I'm passionate for. For example, like in the beginning, I told you guys I wanted to study immunology and become a professor. It takes a lot of time, that's time consuming. But that's what I'm passionate about. And, like, that's what I want to do. Like, I have so much passion for this in this lifetime. And I understand men would feel the same.
Okay.
I would feel like
that's good, though. That's your prerogative, and that's no problem. But you guys were looking around like I was strange because I said I wanted a woman who didn't want to have a career. Mm-hmm. Why is my preference strange, but yours is not?
Because I think it suppresses a woman's urges. But if you find a woman...
Do you think that a woman has an urge to have children and to raise those children?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't think it suppresses the urges. I think it frees her to have children.
I want to add to this, and I do want to say I have no issue if women want to pursue a career. I don't object to it. I don't think Jake does either. But from a dating perspective, and I kind of stepped away there for a second, I don't think a woman's career, her ambition, how much money she makes, for me, and I think for perhaps a lot of men, I don't think most men really find it more attractive. Now, I do want to just add a caveat here so you don't think I'm a raging asshole. I'm very much in favor of women, for example, going into STEM. Mm-hmm. I actually think it's a very useful career path because, for example, take cancer, for example, or take various diseases that we don't have solutions to yet. I think we should be throwing all of our intellectual vigor at these problems, whether that is a man, women, or both. I think we should be using exploiting is not the right term. Well, we should be exploiting the intellectual power of everyone that we can to solve these problems, which I do think eventually will have a solution. I think everyone here has probably known somebody who's had cancer or has a family member who's had cancer or some sort of disease. So I'm very much in favor, actually, of women getting into STEM so we can tackle these various ailments that people eventually come across. But from a purely romantic perspective, I don't think men really care all that much about a woman's income or her success.
I'd care more about her having interests, thing that she's passionate about. And if she's running a little business that's operating at a loss and that keeps her happy and interested, I'm happy with that. But having a 9-to-5 job while you're trying to raise children, for me, it wouldn't be something that I'd like, because you'd want them to be focused on the children. And I think that a lot of guys have that preference, but they're sort of not allowed to say it these days, because then they get all the women who jump down their throat and say, "Oh, you want us to be, chained up to an oven?" No, there are a lot of women out there who hear that and think, "Yes, I would love to do that. I would love to just be a mother, love to stay home." But then there's always this reaction when we say that, where people sort of, especially no offense, but women who consider themselves feminists, they get like up in arms about it. And there's a lot of women who love that, who want that. So
Thank you, Super Jim Photography,
Yeah,
for the
please
gift of
go.
10 subs on Twitch. Thank
so
you.
like when a woman is pregnant to the like first year like of the baby, still she feeds the baby. I got it, like she can stay home and she needs the proper care, and kids need that to be like mom to be around. But I think it should be on the man too, like equally taking care of the kids.
no, not during child rearing, not during the infancy of the child.
Why do you
Because
think
the
that?
child's attached to its mother. It's biology.
It's just-
Child needs its mother's teat
I
for
got
milk.
it. For 1 year, a baby is feeding. Okay, the mom has to be close, but I think it's equal responsibility. It gets
Look,
of you together.
Put it this way: do you see what's happening in the schools these days?
What's going on? I'm
Do
teaching.
you see the kinds of things that they're teaching in schools these days,
What they
or
are
in
teaching?
preschools? They've got all kinds of different nefarious flags hanging up around the preschools where they're indoctrinating little kids into different ideologies. Okay, so if you're somebody who has certain conservative values, like I do not want my kids being shipped off. I want them to have my values. So I want them to be at home with my wife, potentially even being homeschooled, depending on how bad this stuff gets.
You didn't get my point. I'm trying to say is like you are reducing her working hours because you want her to focus on kids. But I think
I'm
it's
not
your
reducing her.
equal-
Listen, I'm not reducing her working hours. She won't want to work. Do you think that that's like crazy that a woman
Can I
wouldn't want
speak
to
to
work?
that?
to
And there's
say
nannies too
Yeah.
that can stay home.
No, I don't
with
want a nanny
you.
raising my kid. Why would I want a nanny
I
raising
know.
my kid?
I mean, I don't
Yeah.
either.
I think there's a complete honesty to that. I
saying
think I used to, a few years ago, or the last maybe 2 years, I would have been this more, I still wouldn't call myself feminist, but I had a wall up against men, and I was a little angry about some things that I went through. And so I was like, I'm independent. I can be very independent. I have been for the last few years. I've been by myself, been doing my own thing, taking care of myself. And it wasn't until this year that that is flipping for me, and that I have realized that I have worn myself out. I don't want to be like this anymore. I mean, I want to be able to take care of myself, and now I know I can take care of myself, but I do want that.
Well, I mean,
to be
once you
able to
get-
go into our feminine is to be able
Once you get a
to
little
be
bit
taken
older,
care of.
towards the wall that they call it, that's when you start seeking masculine guidance more.
Yeah,
And
it
you'll
is
start
interesting that
seeking
it
now.
kind of is flipping, that it
Yeah.
used to be that way, and
But
then
the
it
reason
went
why
very
is
feminine forward, and it is kind of
the
going
reason why
back
it is that
into
way though is because like
care.
the indoctrination is so vast that it's like you're fighting me about saying that you're going to reduce your
I'm
wife's
not
working
fighting
hours.
I'm not fighting with you. Very first thing is like I'm
Listen,
just putting my opinion. Like
no, but
what
you're
if?
saying to me you're going to reduce her working hours.
No, that's
Yeah,
what
as
you
if
said.
like that's
You
a bad
want her
thing.
to, no, it's a very basic thing. Like I would say, kid needs like both mom and dad both. You want a mother to take care of the kids and focus on them, on the values. They should not feel alone. Everything, cultural value, whatever you want to put in the kid. But I think it's from the both side. It should be from the both side, not only like from the mother. It should be like from the father as well.
It's the
Equal
father's job to
time.
provide for his family.
But yeah, she's
the
working
emotional
too.
support of the
That's
child and the
why-
love of the child needs to come from the mother.
That's what you think.
That's what.
That's just
you
like
think.
one
Yeah,
opinion.
Jake.
A woman can earn too.
I guess-
That's
I
just
guess-
what you think. Like
That's what you think, Jake.
I guess
Maybe-
throughout history from time immemorial is all wrong, and it's actually the women who are the providers after all, and men
We
are
are
the
not
nurturers.
saying that it's equal. Like you have a wife, or like I have a partner. So I want to get married when I will be in the equal status. Like I will be having a good job, or my business is good. Whatever.
Would you want to work full time when you're pregnant?
No, I didn't
Okay,
say
well,
that.
there you
Listen
go.
to me first. What I'm trying to say.
So well, you're not equal though, because your husband is going to be the provider. If you
That's
can
what
be
I am
pregnant,
saying. Like at what time when there is no equality, I'm saying you can't be. You are not pregnant. That's why you have to go out and.
exactly. That's why
Yeah.
the man needs
But
to be
what
the
I'm
provider.
saying is after that, take care of the baby together.
What if you want to have 3 babies?
So what?
So then the man has to be the provider, because you're going to take time out.
If I take it on me, I'm not giving birth to 3 kids. I'm gonna be stick to like 1 or 2. Then what?
Okay. All right.
I
put a
think it's
hypothetical-
equal.
Couple more